What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another lightsaber within the Star Wars universe. Now, Jedi and Sith all have very unique and specific lightsabers for themselves, but there is one specific character who's had two lightsabers that look very unique. But today we're taking a look at one certain one from that character. Today we're taking a look at Count Dooku. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. I am Captain of Nerd Squadron, and yes, today we're taking a look at Count Dooku's lightsaber from Star Wars Tales of the Jedi. Now, a lot of you may not know that Count Dooku actually has three variations of his lightsaber: two when he was Sith, one when he was a Jedi, and today we're taking a look at the version of him when he was a Jedi. Now, this lightsaber comes from our friends over at Padawan Outpost. This was the very first company to back this channel way back when, and to this day I still love this company, and I actually love the owners more than the company itself. Now, this lightsaber company isn't just your typical reseller that just drop ships lightsaber. They have a huge stock in their warehouse in London where they can open up all the orders prior to shipping it to you guys, just to make sure that everything is to their standard. And of course, that is what I call quality control. Now, this lightsaber did come in a nice beautiful flight case right here. This is Padawan Outpost right in the middle. Nice and sturdy, especially for shipping. Now, if we open up this box here, we will see the lightsaber right there in the middle and its contents as well. But before we get to this, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for checking out the channel. My name is Chris. I am Captain of the Nerd Squadron. If you guys are returning viewers, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Let's get this started. Here we have the lightsaber in the middle, but let's just take a look at everything else first. So we do get a nice pair of white gloves right in here. It's probably not going to fit my hands, but if you guys want to use them, you are more than welcome to, because this lightsaber is a fingerprint magnet. You're going to get your fingerprints all over it. So if you guys want to wear them, go ahead and wear them. We are going to get here a nice little tool. This is actually one of the first time I received a tool just like this. You're going to need this just so you can actually access the chassis itself, but go ahead and keep that aside for 1 second. Now, we are going to be getting a charger here. This is going to be for a removable battery. Yes, this lightsaber has a removable battery, so to charge it, we are going to have to remove that battery, but we do get a charger. Now, we're also going to be getting a nice 32-inch, 1-inch diameter blade here. Neopixel, of course. Brand new, never been opened, and you guys already know I love this part. Oh, I love this part. In the box, we're also going to be getting a set of instructions, because this is a Profi board. So everything you're going to need to know how to use this Profi board is all going to be in here. I'm not going to lie, I already made some changes to the board itself, only added just a couple fonts. And of course, you guys already know, character-specific fonts, Kyberphonic fonts on this lightsaber only. And then, of course, as we open it, we are going to be getting Count Dooku's lightsaber right in the middle. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking with this lightsaber here. Chris, it doesn't look like it. It's not accurate. It doesn't look like what we got in the show. You're right. It's not 100% accurate. But the one thing that it is accurate in is that we can just keep this right here. This actually looks like the Star Wars Legacy lightsaber Dooku that you can get at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which would actually go right here if I had it, which I don't, but I have seen it in person. This looks like what a high-end version of what Disney could make. Is it accurate? It's not, but it does give you the feel of Count Dooku having that nice, beautiful curve within his saber, and we still get that hook that's beautiful right here. Now, this lightsaber does come with a 2-button setup, so we are getting the power button located right in here. It's really hard to see, but right there, that's the power. This is going to be your auxiliary. Located at the very top, right in there, we are going to be getting the retention screw right there, which is going to be our blade retention, which is going to go right in here. Now, already I am getting my fingerprints all over this, so you guys can see this will be a fingerprint magnet. So right after this, I'm going to have to put this back in my case and clean it up a little bit. Now, you guys might be wondering, how do we get access to the chassis? There is nothing here to unscrew. We are going to remove this screw right here, as well as this screw right here, to get access to the chassis. Now, as I mentioned, Padawan Outpost did give us this tool right here. So this is going to be removing these screws right in here. Don't want to lose those, so let's put that right there. This one here. Once you remove that first one, you will see it be loose in the bottom. And as soon as you remove this last one here, this lower section here nicely slides off. So right in there, we have the chassis with a Profi 2.2, as well as an 18650 lithium ion battery and a kill switch, which is beautiful. That way you don't drain the battery. Unfortunately, Prophet doesn't have the greatest sleep mode on there. It kind of does, it just doesn't work as well as some of the other boards. Now, if we go ahead and flip this over and flip that switch.
Unless that attack is from someone one would trust, like you.
Now, we do have the speaker located at the bottom there, which does sound beautiful. Let's go and slide this right back on there. And we're going to screw these right back on. So now we have those screws right back on. And like I said, this is going to be your power. And this is going to be your ignition. So we just go ahead and press power. This thing is really, really loud. And honestly, it sounds beautiful. So nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other lightsaber that Dooku had from when he was a Sith, and so we can actually make that comparison. So if we take a look here, again, this is going to be his Jedi version. This here is going to be his Sith version. This is actually out of my personal collection. I've yet to install it, but that's definitely going to be a project here in the coming weeks. But now you can see exactly the transition from him as a Jedi into a Sith. We still have that curvature, not as big as this one here, but yes, we still have that curvature and we still have that claw, as well as these two buttons here. So we can see he went from a gold to red. I'm wondering if that red was a transition from him being Sith. Not really sure. I hope maybe one day we can actually be able to get that story of him. Now, I know we did get that in Tales of the Jedi, but I don't know if that's just me, but I would love to see a little bit more Dooku, especially as he transitioned from Jedi to Sith and his progression from Sith all the way to Revenge of the Sith. I would really love to see some more Dooku. Now we can kind of see here in the emitters here, the emitters are different there as well. But of course, this one here has fingerprints all over it, just like this one. These are fingerprint magnets of a saber, but you can see even the pommels are very similar. So it's very cool to see that when he transitioned from a Jedi to Sith, he definitely kept some of the roots of his original lightsaber. Now, unfortunately, Padawan Outpost no longer sells this version here. It's currently sold out, and I don't think they're going to be carrying it anymore. But for good reasons, they are now offering the combat modeled Jedi Dooku, which is going to be more accurate to Dooku's lightsaber within this show. So they do offer two different variations, the Neopixel V3 as well as a Prophet 2.2. So go ahead and keep an eye on their website in case you guys are looking for this lightsaber. I will leave a link down in the description down below to this direct lightsaber in case you guys are interested, as well as a discount code in case you guys are interested in buying the saber. Save you guys a couple bucks on your purchase. Now that we covered all that, let's go ahead and put a blade in this thing and test out the two fonts that I have on here. Honestly, it is a Count Dooku lightsaber, and all I wanted was Dooku fonts on this lightsaber. And so we had two options, and of course, we had to go with Kyberphonic. So let's go ahead and throw a blade in here and test out the fonts. All right, so like I said, I only have two fonts on this saber because I just wanted to keep Dooku, right? So this is currently running the Prophet board, and the one thing about Prophet board, it does have twist on, twist off, but I noticed because of the curvature of the saber and the way the board is positioned, I find it easier to hold this saber more in a horizontal and just twist on, twist off. Works every time. I don't know, it's just the curvature of the saber. Sometimes if you hold it just perfectly, see, that didn't work, but that time it did. So yeah, it's definitely the position of the board, but that's just what you're gonna get with the design of this saber. Now these fonts are running Kyberphonic fonts right now. Wouldn't go anywhere else. There's only a few other font makers I'll go to, but those are my top ones. And maybe I should do a video of all my favorite font makers. That's probably another video. Now, when you buy from Kyberphonic, you are gonna be getting the entire font, music, quotes, all from that character in specific episodes or movies you get from Kyberphonic.
No, we serve the people of this republic.
Just love that.
Your actions saved many lives.
Of course, we're also gonna get lockup on the saber. You can just see it right there, just how beautiful that moves with the blade up and down for this actual saber itself. Now, the one thing about this saber that is so nice, and I didn't notice it until actually holding it more, is if you look, the curvature of this hilt and the way, specifically my hand, grips here, and it goes over that gold button. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And all you gotta do is activate it, and literally, I never have to reposition my hand. I never have to. And it's something about the design of the saber just makes it so just elegant. Of course, I also had to throw on Dooku. Now, this does have different activation sounds, and that's actually not my favorite one. You guys already know which version of the activation I'm talking about, specifically in Attack of the Clones. So let's see if I can get it. There it is. That's the sound. That's the Dooku sound I like. I mean, come on. That just looks and just functions so great. After making those changes on the config, this saber works beautifully. I feel like it should be just blasphemy holding it with two hands. I got to keep it with one hand. Makes you feel more like Dooku. All right, you guys, this is to cover my review of the Jedi Dooku from Padawan Outpost. Yes, I'm a little bummed that they will no longer be carrying this model on their website. It is quite nice. Again, the one thing I think about this is a upgraded version of what Disney gave us when it comes to their Dooku Legacy Saber. But for good reasons, yes, you can get yourself a much better, accurate version of Dooku's lightsaber from Padawan Outpost. So again, that is available on their website right now. Now, I did have a couple issues with the config when I first got it. There were a couple things that was lagging a little bit, and it's not the saber itself, it had to be the config. So once I made those corrections, yes, there was a huge difference in the config. So if you guys already have this and you have issues with it, make those changes on the config or just make a brand new config. And trust me, this will work a lot better once you make those changes. All right, you guys, if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you guys already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And of course, thank you to Padawan Outpost for sending me this saber to check out for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful saber. I really hope to get me a more accurate version of Jedi Dooku's lightsaber somewhere in my collection, specifically probably in that area there. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and may the Force be with you.